Welcome to JSA TV, where we're covering the latest news, trends, and innovations from thought leaders like this guy to my right from within the digital infrastructure industry. I am Dean Perrine, and we are coming at you live from PTC 2026 in beautiful Honolulu, Hawaii. And my old friend to my right is Mr. Patton Lochridge. Patton is the Chief Commercial Officer at Big Fiber. Patton, it is great to see you again.
Good to see you, Dean. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, how's the show going for you?
It's been great. It's always the best.
It really is.
It delivers.
And speaking of the best, major milestones for Big Fiber in the last year. Tell us about it.
We've been very, very busy given everything that's happening in our industry. We did a press release yesterday about closing I call the final piece of the puzzle in the Bay Area, where we built into a pretty important carrier hotel in San Jose. And it's not a big building, but it's a critical building. We've been overbuilding the San Francisco market for 5 years now.
Yeah.
And we're building the data centers. We're supporting hyperscalers. We're supporting emerging AI businesses. But all that has to get back to a center, to an interconnect facility.
Yeah.
So it can get out to the rest of the network, rest of the world. Several that we've built to over the years. 55 South Market is in the middle of a busy city. It's very difficult to build. A lot of moratoriums, a lot of construction issues you have to think about when you're building in a city like that. We finally got there. And so now customers and those residing in the data centers now have access via our dark fiber to get to virtually all of the critical centers of interconnect in the metro.
Yeah. Permitting and regulation and stuff like that, that is the least sexy thing to talk about, but probably one of the biggest challenges that you all face.
It is absolutely critical. And you have to have a tremendous amount of focus.
Yeah.
You have to be very persistent.
Yeah.
It's not getting easier to build in the urban corridors. It's just not.
Yeah.
But with the networks being exhausted, given everything that's happening with AI, more has to be built.
Yeah.
So more has to be built at a rate that's never been seen before, and it has to be built at a time when it's never more difficult to build. So it just requires discipline, focus, just kind of never giving up.
Patton, you're segueing to the next question better than I ever could myself. The networks truly are we're it's just beginning to tap out a bit. How is it that Big Fiber is meeting that challenge?
Well, we're building a lot. Right? I mean,
Period.
Exactly. I mean, you've got a network that was constructed over the last 20, 30, 40, even 50 years. A lot of fiber in the ground, right? It was built to support traditional telecom services, right? Fast forward to 2022, 2023, the AI revolution really begins in earnest. It's been going on for a while, but it really hit the market hard in that time frame. Those workloads are extraordinarily latency sensitive, loss sensitive, so performance sensitive, to a spec we've never seen before. And it's at a time where the sheer compute demand is somewhat correlates to fiber demand. Yeah. And it's just happening at a scale we've never seen before. And so you have to get ahead of it. When you build, you have to future-proof the networks. You can't just pull a thin network and kind of call it a day for day one. You have to think about the next 10 and 20 years. Which is what we do.
Let's be clear, too. These large language models don't work without the fiber.
That's correct. Yeah, they got to go somewhere. They have to get to the consumer.
Yeah.
Right. And traditionally, you had software as a service and all these things that were occurring in these data centers. They weren't that hard to get to the consumer. You could ride on a legacy network, ride on an old telecom network, and it worked well enough.
Yeah.
The demands of these workloads and the scale of these workloads, it's essentially like you're building an entirely new.
Yeah. It's not your grandfather's network, so to speak. But so you mentioned the kind of traditional or these legacy routes. Talk to us about the alternative to some of these legacy routes.
Well, they're still in place, right? And they're very important, right? They've supported the network for decades, and they still do. When we go and build in a market, we're trying to build something not only more robust, more scalable, but diverse, different, right? Resiliency is everything. When you have customers spending literally tens, if not hundreds of billions of dollars to build these data centers, they need to stay up. They can't go down, right? And so when we're going to construct something alternative to what exists. We're not in common trenches. We're not in the traditional right away that you'll see 5 or 6 carriers and go find diverse paths, which is never the easy path. Yeah. But when you're done, it's extraordinarily valuable to the network because it's. If the common trench gets cut, you fail over to us. If you need to scale up, you come to us, and so that's kind of how we build it.
So I think I know the answer to this, so I'm going to ask it anyway. Yeah. What can our viewers expect to see from Big Fiber in 26?
a lot of
building, a lot of
construction. Yeah, we're in We're in San Francisco Bay Area, Atlanta, Georgia area, the Portland Metro up in Oregon. And we'll just continue to double down on those markets. They're extremely busy. They're very healthy data center markets. Atlanta's expanding like no other market.
Yeah.
And San Francisco continues to be that center of innovation, incubation,
Mm-hmm.
where a lot of the AI that you see today in the world it starts right there in Silicon Valley.
For sure.
And Hillsborough has sort of been a relief valve for Silicon Valley with power issues. They've built out.
It's an interesting concept.
Exactly right. So I think you'll see us continuing to increase our footprint in those markets, continue to support more customers in those markets, and maybe we'll announce another market at some point.
Well, then let's do this again. Let's do this again next year, shall we?
That's like a plan.
All right, Patton. Thank you.
Thank you.
You bet. And thank you, viewers, for watching JSA TV. We'll see you real soon.
Thanks, Adam.